Have you ever seen someone in their 70s or 80s walk with the energy of a 40-year-old? Chin up, shoulders back, eyes full of light, and wondered, how do they do it? It's not just genetics. It's not magic. And it's certainly not luck. I still remember meeting Helen, a retired librarian, during a wellness retreat 3 years ago. She was 81, and yet, every morning at sunrise, she would walk briskly through the gardens, then join a light dance session without missing a beat. She moved with grace, smiled with purpose, and radiated something rare, vitality. When I asked her what her secret was, she said, "I take care of my habits, so they take care of me." That simple sentence left a deep impression on me. Over the past decade working with older adults across the country, I've come to realize that the healthiest, sharpest, and most joyful seniors don't rely on magic or medication. They build their lives around a handful of simple, powerful habits. Habits that keep them strong. Habits that keep them steady. Habits that help them age not with fear, but with freedom. And that's exactly what we're going to explore in this video. 6 golden habits that are scientifically backed, doctor-approved, and time-tested by thousands of seniors who've transformed their aging process from decline to resilience. These are not passing trends or empty slogans. They are real, tangible strategies that can help you add not just more years to your life, but better years. Years filled with clarity, energy, movement, and joy. And the best part is, no matter your age, whether you're 55, 65, or well into your 70s, you can begin applying these habits today. Your body may be aging, yes, but it's also healing. Your muscles can be rebuilt. Your brain can grow stronger. Your spirit can come alive again. If you've ever woken up feeling stiff, foggy, or just off, this video is for you. If you've ever looked in the mirror and wondered where your energy went, I want you to know, it's not too late. You are not too old. You are not done. And here's something important you need to hear. The 6th habit we'll discuss today is one that most people completely overlook. It's the silent key to better brain health, stronger immunity, and even emotional stability. You won't want to miss it. In fact, when we get there, I'd love for you to comment below and tell me which of these habits resonates most with you and which one you'll start today. And if you're already feeling inspired, please take a second to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on tools that can help you live better, not just longer. Your support helps keep this message alive for thousands of other seniors seeking strength and clarity in their later years. These 6 habits aren't tips. They are a foundation for a better life. They're the same principles I've taught in senior health seminars and rehabilitation programs, and I've seen firsthand how these simple shifts can change everything: balance, memory, mood, independence, even confidence. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You just need a reason to begin. And sometimes, the smallest step in a new direction becomes the biggest decision of your life. So if you're ready to feel stronger, move better, think clearer, and smile wider, this is your moment. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share isn't just advice, it's a roadmap, a blueprint for aging with grace, intention, and power. And it all begins with one of the most underrated, overlooked, and life-changing habits of them all. Let's start this journey, one powerful step at a time. Habit 1. Take regular walks. Have you ever stopped to watch someone in their 70s or 80s walking with the ease of someone half their age? No hunching, no shuffling, just steady steps, a calm expression, and maybe even a little smile. And in that moment, did you ask yourself, how do they still move like that? Well, here's something most people overlook. The strongest and most independent seniors you know don't necessarily spend hours in the gym. They walk regularly, intentionally, and powerfully. In fact, if I had to recommend just one habit to add years of vibrant life to your body and clarity to your mind, it would be this: walking every single day. Why? Because walking is far more than just putting one foot in front of the other. It's a declaration, a quiet act of defiance against decline, a commitment to stay connected to your body, your breath, your surroundings, and your purpose. I've worked with older adults for over a decade, and I've seen it over and over again. Those who walk regularly age differently. They maintain stronger hearts, clearer minds, steadier legs, and most importantly, a sense of freedom. Studies from Harvard Medical School confirm that walking just 20 to 30 minutes a day can reduce your risk of heart disease by up to 40%. That's not a small number. That's a second chance. Each time you lace up your shoes, your lungs expand, your circulation improves, oxygen reaches your brain, and endorphins, those natural mood boosters, begin to flow, gently lifting stress and sharpening your focus. But here's the beautiful part. Walking also heals your spirit. Imagine stepping outside in the morning, feeling the cool air touch your skin, the rhythm of your steps syncing with the world around you. The rustling leaves, the distant bird song. It all reminds you that you are part of something alive, something still growing. Some of my clients tell me they started walking to improve their physical health, but what surprised them most was how it soothed their anxiety, eased their loneliness, and gave them time to think clearly. One woman told me, "It's not just my body that feels better, my mind is lighter too." And here's the truth. You don't need to walk fast. You don't need to walk far. You just need to walk consistently. Around the block, to the corner store, through the park, or even just around your living room if that's where you need to begin. You might feel resistance at first, your knees ache, or you feel unmotivated, but movement creates momentum. And momentum is what turns a 5-minute stroll into a lifelong habit. If you can walk, you can heal, one step at a time. Now, you might be wondering, is it too late for me? Let me be clear, it is never too late. I've seen 82-year-olds begin walking after decades of inactivity, and within weeks, their energy returns, their mood improves, and they begin to stand taller, quite literally. And if you're thinking, "But I have joint pain," good. That means your body is talking to you. It's time to gently reawaken those muscles, to increase blood flow, to send oxygen and healing to the places that need it most. If you can, try walking in the morning when the sun is soft. It helps reset your circadian rhythm, improves sleep, and gives your body a gentle dose of natural vitamin D, which is essential for bone health and immunity as we age. And if walking alone feels difficult, bring someone with you. A neighbor, a friend, even your dog. Conversation and companionship turn an ordinary walk into a shared ritual, a reason to show up, a way to ward off isolation. But if you prefer solitude, let your walk be your time, your moving meditation, your pause from the world. Every step you take is not just movement. It's momentum for your future self. It's your way of saying, "I'm not giving up on this body. I'm showing up for it." So, the next time you look out the window and wonder if it's worth it to go outside, just remember this. Walking may be the simplest habit, but it's also the most underestimated medicine we have. No prescription required. Now that we've taken the first step toward longevity, let's keep building. Because while walking strengthens your legs and lifts your spirit, what you fuel your body with matters just as much. In the next section, we'll explore how what you eat can either heal your cells or slowly sabotage your health. Let's dive into habit number 2, your diet. Habit 2, pay attention to your diet. If walking lays the foundation for a strong body, then what you feed that body determines whether you build a fortress or a house of cards. Have you ever noticed how some people in their 70s or 80s seem to glow from within? Their skin looks healthy, their eyes are clear, and their energy feels different, almost contagious. It's not just luck, and it's certainly not just good genes. More often than not, it's what they eat. And if you've been feeling tired, sluggish, or battling brain fog, it may not just be aging. It may be your diet quietly working against you. The truth is, your diet is either your greatest medicine or your slowest poison. Every bite you take sends a message to your body, to heal or to harm. Over the past decade working with older adults, I've found that many seniors believe eating less is good enough. But eating less doesn't mean eating right. In fact, as we age, our bodies need more nutrition, not fewer calories, but more dense, healing nutrients to combat inflammation, slow down muscle loss, and support the brain and immune system. So here's the truth. The more natural, colorful, and alive your food is, the more life it brings to your body. Greens like kale and spinach, berries rich in antioxidants, sweet potatoes full of beta-carotene, and hydrating vegetables like cucumbers aren't just healthy, they're functional medicine. They fight inflammation, boost energy, and help maintain memory and mobility. And whole grains, quinoa, brown rice, oats, give you sustained energy without the blood sugar roller coaster that comes with processed carbs. Add in lean proteins like chicken, fish, beans, and lentils, and you're giving your muscles the fuel they need to stay strong and functional. And don't forget healthy fats, avocados, olive oil, walnuts, and fatty fish like salmon are packed with omega-3s that protect your heart, your brain, and your joints. But just as important as what you add to your plate is what you remove. Packaged snacks, sugary cereals, frozen meals, fast food, these may be convenient, but they're loaded with chemicals, refined sugars, and preservatives that age you from the inside out. They inflame your joints, cloud your thinking, spike your blood pressure, and fatigue your digestion. It's no surprise that high consumption of processed foods is directly linked to Alzheimer's disease, cardiovascular decline, type 2 diabetes, and depression. But here's the good news. Every small change matters. Choose whole grain over white bread. Reach for an apple and a handful of nuts instead of cookies. Drink herbal tea or lemon water instead of soda. It's not about being perfect, it's about being intentional. And speaking of water, hydration is often overlooked but incredibly important, especially as we age. Your sense of thirst may fade, but your need for water remains. Dehydration can mimic fatigue, confusion, joint pain, even memory loss. One glass of water can make more difference than you think. And hydration doesn't just come from liquids. Foods like watermelon, oranges, celery, and cucumber also replenish your cells with water and electrolytes. Nutrition doesn't have to be complicated. I always tell my clients, don't follow a diet, follow a principle, real food, real ingredients, real results. Let your meals be simple but powerful. Choose ingredients you recognize. Listen to how your body feels after eating. And most of all, remember this. Food is not just fuel. It is information. Every meal tells your body what to do next. Will you tell it to repair, strengthen, and thrive, or to struggle, weaken, and decline? That choice is made 3 times a day, every day. So eat with intention. Eat with self-respect. Eat like your future depends on it, because it does. And now that you know how to nourish your body, let's talk about the one system that controls everything else, your mind. In the next habit, we'll uncover how staying mentally active is one of the most underestimated ways to preserve youth, independence, and purpose. Let's move on to habit number 3. Keep your mind engaged. Brain habit 3. Stay mentally active. Let's move on to habit 3. Keep your mind engaged. You see, one of the biggest myths about aging is that mental decline is inevitable. That memory loss, confusion, or just not feeling as sharp is simply part of growing old. But here's what I've learned from years of working with seniors across the country. Your brain is far more resilient than you think. And it can keep learning, adapting, and staying sharp well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond if you give it the right kind of challenge. Have you ever had a conversation with an elderly person who remembers vivid details from decades ago, keeps up with current events, and speaks with the wit and clarity of someone half their age? That doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of a mind that's been consistently exercised, just like a muscle. And if you've ever walked into a room and forgotten why, struggled to recall a name, or felt your thoughts slowed down more than you'd like, don't panic. That doesn't mean something's wrong. It means your brain is asking for stimulation. Mental activity is more than doing crossword puzzles, though those are helpful. It's about creating new pathways, stretching your thinking, and sparking curiosity. Think of your brain as a garden. If you keep planting, pruning, and nurturing it, it blooms. But if left alone, weeds grow and vitality fades. So what can you do? Start with reading books, articles, even short stories that make you think. Reading challenges your brain to process language, follow narratives, and visualize information. It boosts memory and strengthens focus. Even 10 minutes a day can begin to shift your cognitive momentum. Next, try learning something new. A musical instrument, a new recipe, a second language, or how to use a new app on your phone. Every time you learn something unfamiliar, your brain is forced to adapt, to form new connections, and that is the exact opposite of decline. It's growth. I've had 70-year-olds in my workshops who took up painting for the first time, and within a few weeks, reported clearer thinking and better mood. Why? Because the creative process demands your attention, your decision-making, and your emotional engagement all at once. That's brain magic. But don't underestimate the power of conversation either. Engaging in thoughtful discussions, telling stories, debating ideas, these are cognitive workouts in disguise. Talking with people challenges your brain to recall, to respond, to empathize, and to stay present. And staying socially connected doesn't just help your heart, it literally protects your brain. Studies show that seniors who maintain strong social connections and regularly engage in stimulating conversation have a 70% lower risk of developing dementia. 70%. That's not a statistic you can ignore. So ask yourself, when was the last time you tried something new? When did you last feel challenged, not stressed, but challenged in a way that lit up your curiosity? Mental sharpness isn't about being a genius. It's about being engaged with life. That could mean joining a book club, playing chess with a grandchild, writing a memoir, even watching a documentary and discussing it afterward. If something sparks your interest, follow it. Your brain is listening. And remember, the more often you stretch your mind, the more agile it stays. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new pathways, doesn't disappear with age. It only slows down when we stop using it. So keep asking questions. Keep exploring. Keep wondering. Because a curious mind is a youthful mind. And a youthful mind makes every day feel lighter, brighter, more meaningful. I'll leave you with this. The mind is the command center for everything: how you move, how you feel, how you connect. Keeping it strong is not a luxury, it's essential. And now that we've talked about nurturing your brain, let's shift our focus back to the body. Because while mental sharpness keeps your spirit alive, physical strength is what helps you stand tall, stay steady, and move freely through the world. Up next, we'll uncover habit number 4. Why strength training is the missing link to independence after 60, and how you can start with just 10 minutes a day. Habit 4. Do strength training. Up next, let's talk about one of the most overlooked yet powerful tools for healthy aging: strength training. If you think lifting weights is just for athletes or bodybuilders, think again. Because here's the truth. After age 50, we begin to lose muscle mass naturally, and if we don't actively fight it, that loss accelerates rapidly. This condition is called sarcopenia, and it's a silent thief of strength, balance, and independence. And yet, very few people over 60 are ever told how crucial strength training is, not just for staying fit, but for staying free. Let me ask you something. Have you ever struggled to get up from a chair or felt unsteady climbing stairs? That's not just age. That's muscle loss, and the good news is it's reversible. Yes, even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, you can rebuild strength, protect your bones, and improve your stability with just a few simple movements a day. I once worked with a man named Carl, 76, who hadn't done a push-up since high school. He started with modified wall push-ups, 5 a day. Within a month, his posture improved, he walked with more confidence, and he told me, for the first time in years, I feel like I'm in control of my body again. And that's exactly what strength training gives you: control. Here's what happens when you engage your muscles regularly. Your metabolism speeds up, your bones become denser, your joints become more stable, and your balance improves. These are not small things. They're the difference between walking confidently and falling unexpectedly. Between lifting your groceries with ease or needing help. Between living independently or relying on others. And the best part? You don't need a gym or fancy equipment or hours of free time. You just need your body and the willingness to begin. Start small. Chair squats, seated leg lifts, light dumbbell curls, resistance bands. Even using water bottles as makeshift weights can be effective. The key isn't intensity, it's consistency. 10 to 15 minutes a day can create real, measurable change in your strength and mobility. And don't forget the mental and emotional benefits. Strength training boosts endorphins, those feel-good hormones that lift your mood, reduce anxiety, and fight depression. I've seen seniors walk into their first strength session hesitant and quiet, and walk out taller, brighter, more alive. It's not about how heavy you lift. It's about lifting yourself out of physical fear and into physical freedom. Still think it's too late? Studies show that even people in their 80s and 90s can improve muscle mass and function with basic strength training. It's never too late to begin. In fact, the longer you wait, the more urgent it becomes. And don't worry if you have joint pain or arthritis. Proper strength training can actually reduce joint discomfort by stabilizing the muscles around them. But, and this is important, form matters more than weight. Focus on slow, controlled movements. Breathe deeply. Rest when needed. And always listen to your body. You're not training to compete. You're training to live well. Remember, strength is not just physical, it's personal. It's waking up and knowing you can take care of yourself. That you can walk, lift, carry, move, bend, and balance without fear. That you can continue doing the things that make life rich and meaningful: gardening, traveling, dancing, hugging your grandchildren. If you take nothing else from this video, take this: your strength is your foundation. And even if it's been neglected, it's not gone. It's just waiting to be awakened. So today, take the first step. Pick one movement and commit to doing it. Every rep is a gift to your future self. Every muscle you engage is a message. I'm still here. I'm still strong. And I'm not going anywhere. Now that we've focused on rebuilding the body, let's turn to something just as important, your relationships. Because physical strength means nothing if you're feeling alone, disconnected, or invisible. In the next part, we'll explore habit number 5, why staying socially connected is one of the most powerful medicines for longevity, and how to build connection at any age. Don't go anywhere. This might just be the habit that heals your heart. Habit 5, keep your social ties strong. Now that we've talked about rebuilding the body through strength, let's turn to something just as vital, but often quietly overlooked, human connection. Because what good is a strong body if your heart feels isolated? What joy is there in independence if you have no one to share it with? I've worked with older adults long enough to know that loneliness is one of the most painful and most underestimated health risks of aging. In fact, research shows that chronic social isolation can be just as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Let that sink in. Loneliness increases stress hormones, weakens the immune system, accelerates cognitive decline, and raises the risk of heart disease, stroke, and even death. But this isn't just about statistics. It's about the moments that go unshared, the empty dinner table, the silent phone, the absence of laughter. It's about the pain of being surrounded by people, yet feeling invisible. I'll never forget Margaret, 82, who lost her husband after 47 years of marriage. For months, she withdrew from friends, from church, from the world. She told me, I didn't think anyone needed me anymore. But then something shifted. She joined a senior art class at a local community center. The first few sessions, she barely spoke. But by the third week, she was helping others clean their brushes and offering compliments. By the end of the month, she had made 2 close friends and found a new reason to get out of bed in the morning. That's the power of connection. It doesn't just ease loneliness. It reignites purpose. Staying socially active doesn't mean being the life of the party. It means making space for relationships that nourish your spirit. That could be a phone call with a friend, joining a local group, volunteering once a week, or even writing letters to your grandchildren. The medium doesn't matter, the meaning does. And in today's world, connection is more accessible than ever. Video calls, online book clubs, neighborhood meetups. Even a smile and a greeting to your neighbor during your morning walk can change the chemistry of your brain, literally releasing oxytocin, the bonding hormone that boosts emotional well-being. And it's not just good for your heart, it's critical for your mind. Studies have found that seniors who maintain strong social networks are up to 50% less likely to develop dementia. Why? Because conversation challenges your brain. It forces memory, quick thinking, empathy, and emotional regulation all at once. Think of connection as a workout for your soul. And like any habit, it takes intention. You may feel hesitant at first. You may think, they don't need me, or I won't fit in. But connection isn't about perfection. It's about showing up, being seen, being heard, and allowing others to be seen too. If you've been waiting for someone to reach out to you, maybe today is the day you reach out instead. A simple text, a shared coffee, how have you been? That's how reconnection begins. And if you've already got a strong support system, nurture it. Don't let time or pride weaken what once brought you joy. Call more often. Visit when you can. Ask deeper questions. Laugh more. Share stories. Connection is one of the most powerful forms of healing. It tells us, you matter. You're not alone. Your life still ripples outward. And I believe with all my heart that the golden years were never meant to be lived in silence. They were meant to be shared, to be filled with wisdom passed down, stories retold, hands held, and hearts opened. So today, reach out, reconnect, or take the first step to build something new. Because just as walking strengthens your legs and strength training empowers your body, social bonds protect your heart and keep your spirit young. And now, as we approach the final habit, it's time to address something that many people overlook until it begins to unravel everything else: rest. That's right. The quality of your sleep affects every part of your health, memory, blood pressure, metabolism, even your emotional resilience. In the last part of this video, we'll uncover habit number 6, why prioritizing sleep might be the most underrated anti-aging tool, and exactly how to get better rest starting tonight. Stay with me, because this final habit might just surprise you. Habit 6. Sleep well. Let's move into our final habit, and it may just be the most underrated one of all: sleep. You've probably heard it before: get your rest. It's good for you. But let me ask you something deeper. When was the last time you woke up truly rested, clear-headed, and emotionally balanced? not just not tired, but genuinely recharged? For many people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, sleep becomes harder to come by. They wake up often. They toss and turn. They feel tired no matter how long they stay in bed. And unfortunately, society has normalized this by saying it's just part of aging. But here's what the science, and my own experience with thousands of older adults, tells us. Poor sleep is not a normal part of aging. It's a warning sign. And better yet, it's fixable. Sleep is not passive. It's not just resting your eyes. It's one of the most active healing processes your body performs daily. During deep sleep, your brain literally clears out waste, removing toxins like beta amyloid that, if left unchecked, are linked to Alzheimer's. Your cells repair. Your blood pressure lowers. Your heart rate stabilizes. Your immune system strengthens. Your emotions reset. In other words, sleep is how your body saves your life quietly every single night. And yet, so many people treat it like an afterthought. They stay up late scrolling, fall asleep in front of the TV, eat heavy meals close to bedtime, and then wonder why they wake up foggy, anxious, or in pain. If you're someone who struggles to sleep well, please know you're not alone. And more importantly, you are not powerless. Quality sleep is not about getting more hours. It's about getting better hours. It's about creating an environment and a routine that signals safety and calm to your brain. Start by dimming the lights at least an hour before bed. Avoid screens, phones, TVs, tablets, which emit blue light that tells your brain to stay awake. Replace late-night news or social media with something calming, soft music, deep breathing, or a warm herbal tea. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Your body craves rhythm, and a consistent sleep schedule helps regulate everything from hormone production to digestion. And let's not forget your sleep space. Your bedroom should be cool, dark, and quiet. Use blackout curtains if needed. A fan or white noise machine can help block out distracting sounds. Keep your bed for sleep only. Avoid working, eating, or watching TV there. You're training your brain to associate your bed with rest, not activity. If your mind races at night, try writing in a journal before sleep. Empty your thoughts onto paper instead of carrying them into bed. Or practice the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8. This calms your nervous system and helps ease you into rest. And remember, nutrition and sleep are deeply connected. Avoid caffeine after midday. Avoid alcohol, which disrupts deep sleep. And eat your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bed to give your body time to digest. These small adjustments may not seem dramatic, but when added together, they transform how you sleep and how you live. I once had a client, Tom, 71 years old, who was convinced he just wasn't a good sleeper anymore. He was anxious at night, exhausted by day. Together, we built a new sleep routine, nothing fancy. Just 30 minutes of wind-down time, cutting caffeine after lunch, and using soft instrumental music at bedtime. Within 2 weeks, he was sleeping through the night. He told me, "I haven't felt this clear-headed in years." That's the power of sleep, not just as rest, but as restoration. And here's something I want you to remember. Your body wants to heal. It wants to rest. It wants to function well. All you need to do is create the conditions for it to do so. Prioritize sleep not as a luxury, but as your nightly medicine. Because no pill, no workout, no diet will ever replace the value of deep, restorative rest. So as we wrap up this journey through the 6 golden habits for healthy aging, I invite you to take one powerful idea from each habit and apply it starting today. Walk a little. Eat better. Learn something new. Lift something light. Call someone you miss. And tonight, sleep like your future depends on it. Because it does. And now, let's bring everything together, because the habits we choose today don't just shape our days, they shape our legacy. In the final message of this video, I'll show you how these small shifts can lead to a life that's not just longer, but truly fulfilled. Stay with me for the closing thoughts. You won't want to miss them. You've now discovered 6 powerful habits that have the potential to reshape your future, not just add more years to your life, but more life to your years. And if there's one message I want you to carry with you, it's this: you are not too old, and it's not too late. Every single one of these habits, walking daily, eating whole and healing foods, staying mentally active, building strength, connecting socially, and prioritizing sleep, is accessible. You don't need to overhaul your life in one day. You just need to take one meaningful step today, then another tomorrow. I know from experience that most transformations don't start with a huge breakthrough. They begin with small, consistent decisions. It's the decision to lace up your shoes and walk 5 minutes. It's choosing water over soda at lunch. It's saying yes to a call from an old friend. It's turning off the TV early and listening to your body's need for rest. These moments may seem small, but over time, they are the building blocks of strength, clarity, and joy. And here's the truth that too few people say out loud. Aging doesn't have to mean declining. It can mean evolving, becoming wiser, freer, and more grounded in what truly matters. But that future doesn't just happen, it's created. You are the one shaping it with the habits you choose, with the way you treat your body, your mind, and your heart. You might not control every health outcome. None of us do. But you do control your choices. And those choices influence everything: your energy, your mobility, your independence, even your relationships. You deserve to wake up feeling strong. You deserve to feel proud of how you care for yourself. You deserve to enjoy the years ahead with confidence, not fear. So let me ask you, what is one habit from this video that spoke to you? What's the one thing you know you can start doing today to support your health, your peace, and your future? Take a moment and share it in the comments below. I would truly love to hear from you. Whether it's your commitment to start walking again, your plan to eat more whole foods, or your desire to reconnect with someone you miss, your voice matters. And your story might just inspire someone else who's watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps this message reach more people. And if you'd like to join a growing community of thoughtful, empowered older adults who are taking charge of their well-being, hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell. We're building something meaningful here, and you're a part of it. Remember, you are still writing your story. It's not over, not even close. The most powerful chapters may be just ahead, and they begin, not with perfection, but with intention, with courage, with self-respect. So breathe deeply, stand tall, and make your next choice one that honors your health and your future. Choose to live healthy starting today. And as always, thank you for watching, and thank you for choosing to live fully at every age.